Welcome. I'm so glad that you guys are here this morning or this afternoon, this evening, whenever you are watching this video. For today, I want you to have two really small weights. So that could be a small can of soup. It could be some full water bottles. It doesn't have to be a traditional weight, but something that is going to be really, really light, just to have a little bit of extra resistance. And then two blocks, if you will. And you're going to start in a simple seat. So closing your eyes, take a deep breath in through the nose, exhale out, and allow yourself to set an intention. Allow yourself to start to shift and fade into the singing bowl and into the music to come. And create whatever intention it is that you'd like to hold with you for your practice. You're going to blink your eyes open. And start here in just a simple seat. So if you had your knees underneath you, you can bring them to be cross-legged. Bringing your palms down to your knees. Start to draw all the way forward and all the way back, shifting here. Finding little Sufi grinds, as we call them. Switch direction, going in the opposite realm, opening up the hips, the side waist. Towards neutral. Reach the palms up towards the sky. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, drop your right palm down. The left hand comes up and across. We're going to find a little fluidity, a little flow here. Inhale, rise. And exhale, come down and across. Inhale, rise. And exhale, over. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, release. This time, come back in towards neutral. You're going to reach around for your tiny weights. You're going to bring them into your palms. Your palms come forward. Hug your elbows in towards your ribcage. You're going to engage in your belly. So we are doing this seated. It's not going to be quite as difficult as when we stand, but it's still going to be movement. Keep those palms in front of you and then twist them out. Inhale, center. Exhale, out. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Pulse in. You're going to bring the weights towards your shoulders and then bring the elbows out. You're going to lift the elbows so that they're in line with your shoulders, 90 degrees. As you inhale, pulse the weights over the head, tap as though you're tapping your aura over the head, and exhale, draw down. So you're building and strengthening physically. You're also building and strengthening emotionally and energetically. So building that strength around your body. For 3, 2, and 1. Come back in towards neutral. Draw the palms down. We're going to come the exact same time. We're just doing these two motions. We're going to do 2 more times. Out and in. Out and in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't let your belly out. 8. Come back in. So by don't let your belly out, I mean don't arch your back, right? So draw that navel in. Palms come up and out again. So the shoulders are in line with the elbows. Up and down. Up and down. 3. Breathe. 4. Breathe. Again, finding that intention through not only your physical self, but also that energetic self. Last one. And then come back down for the last set. Pulse out and in. Out and in. So again, draw your navel in. Try not to arch through the back here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time with the shoulders coming up again. The elbows are in line with the shoulders. Pulse up and out. So you're strengthening here, yes, your shoulders, but as you bring those palms over your head, you're also again strengthening energetically. Last one, inhale. Come back down. You're gonna bring the weights to the tippity top of the mat and come into your tabletop position. Drawing your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. You're gonna draw the belly towards the earth, the head and the heart. Lift, inhale. Exhale, fold and round. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold and round. 2 more just like this. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold and round. Last one, inhale, lengthen. This time, tuck your toes. Shift your hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Lengthen the head, heavy between the shoulders. And then start to bend one knee and then the other. Drop the head, heavy between the shoulders here. Beginning to release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. So starting to feel that the jaw is letting go here. Release a little bit of that energy. You're drawing your hips further up towards the sky in your Adho Mukha Svanasana, your downward facing dog. And the heels, the intentionality of the heels is that they're dropping towards the mat, little by little. Find stillness here as you drop both heels down. Finding a couple sun salutations here. Gaze looks forward, bend those knees. You're gonna take as many steps or floats as you need to meet the tippity top of the mat. Halfway rise, inhale. As you exhale, bow forward. Root to rise, reach up towards the sky. And exhale, hands to your heart center, Samasthiti. Inhale, rise, sweep up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees and bow. Halfway rise, palms slide to your shins. Exhale, plant your palms. You're gonna step it back, high plank. Engage in your belly, engage in your core, tilt slightly forward. So roll forward on the balls of your feet. Elbows hug your rib cage, Chaturanga Dandasana. Right away using that core. Inhale, slide up, upward facing or Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, if you want to find that movement here, then one knee and then the other. So finding that you're rocking the hips a little, side to side. Find your breath. Inhale through the nose. And exhale out. Gaze looks forward, bend those knees, and take as many steps as you need to meet the tippity top of the mat. Halfway rise, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, Uttanasana, forward fold. Root to rise, Urdhva Hastasana, sweep the palms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to your heart center, Samasthiti. Another round of Surya Namaskar A. Reach to the sky, inhale, lift. And as you exhale, bend your knees and bow, Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway rise, palms slide to your shins. Plant those palms, you're gonna step it back, high plank. Roll slightly forward. So again, come forward on the balls of the feet. Elbows hug your rib cage, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips reach up towards the sky. Take 5 deep breaths here. Inhaling through the nose. And exhale out. Gaze looks forward, bend those knees. This time step or float up towards your fingertips. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway rise. Exhale, bend your knees and bow. Root to rise, sweep up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. This time you're gonna reach down for your weights and you're gonna bring the toes to touch. So bring the toes a little bit closer to touch. The heels can be out to the sides if you need them to. The elbows come in again, just like we did before. And again, pulse out and in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back towards neutral. Bring the palms up so the elbows are up. Sit the hips low. I know. Utkatasana. Palms up and down. Up and down. Breathe. 3, 4. Sit lower in your hips. Last one. Reach up. Pulse down. Hands to your heart. You're going to bring the weights, the hands to your heart. You're still in your Utkatasana. And then bring the elbows so that they're in line with your rib cage. So you're separating your palms a little bit. You're gonna pulse back and in. Back and in, sit low. Back and in, sit lower. Back and in. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw the hands in. As you fold forward, bring the weights to the outer edge of your fingertips. Uttanasana, halfway rise, Ardha Uttanasana. Plant your palms. You're going to step your left foot back behind you. Go ahead and grab for the weights again. Reach up to the sky, crescent lunge. You're going to bring both palms into, or both weights rather, into one hand, or into both hands rather. Sink down nice and low into that front knee. Bend your elbows, tap back, reach up. Again, engage in your core so you're not swaying here through that low back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift all the way up, separate those weights. Gently and gracefully put them back down to the mat. Open up, warrior 2. Straighten through your front leg. Tilt forward, triangle pose. So stretch out that front leg. Lift the heart up towards the sky, stacking palm on top of palm, shoulder on top of shoulder. Reach back up, warrior 2. Cartwheel your palms down to the mat, step it back, high plank. Tilt slightly forward, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Bring your left toes up to the sky. Inhale, bend your knee, peel the hip open. Start to rotate through your hip. Rotate through your ankle. And then sweep up to the sky. Exhale, draw knee to meet your nose, squeeze. Inhale, rise. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze. Inhale, rise. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze. Plant your foot in between your thumbs. Reach up, crescent lunge, high lunge, palms lengthen up towards the sky. As you exhale, sweep the fingertips behind you, heart lift. Inhale, rise, palms lengthen high. Exhale, sweep behind you. Last one, inhale, rise. As you exhale, sweep the palms behind you, open the heart here. Feel the scapula, the shoulder blades as they roll on to the back, opening the heart, opening Anahata. Hands draw to your heart as you drop your right foot behind the left. Lifting the heart up nice and high here, inhale. You're going to reach the palms up towards the sky. You're going to take your left palm around your right wrist and exhale over towards the left. Inhale to the sky and exhale, unwind hands to your heart. Toes come to touch, I know. Sit those hips down nice and low. Grab your weights. This time, open that heart. Out. Out, in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, sit low, and 1. Palms up by your elbows. 8, breathe. 7, breathe. So the entire time, you are finding that breath work. You're finding that energy in the body. Sit a little lower. 2, 1. Elbows in. Draw those elbows by your rib cage. Pulse back and in. Back and in. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw them in. Drop the weights down. Fold forward. Uttanasana. Halfway rise, Ardha Uttanasana. Plant those palms, step the right foot back behind you. Reach up towards the sky with those weights. Inhale, rise. Go ahead and again, bring both weights into your palms. Palms come closer together, sit low into that front knee. Tricep dips, drop the elbows down and up. Engaging in the belly the whole time. 6, 7, and 8. Lengthen them up to the sky. Drop your weights. Open up. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Straighten through your front leg. Tilt forward. Trikonasana. Triangle pose as you stack finger on top of finger. Shoulder on top of shoulder, lifting the heart open here. Breathe. Cartwheel your palms down to the mat. Step it back, high plank, tilt forward, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, reaching the right toes right away up to the sky. Bend your knee, peel the hip open, rotate through your ankle, rotate through your hip, and then sweep the toes to the sky. Exhale, draw knee to meet your nose, squeezed. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze. Inhale, lift. Exhale, plant your foot in between your thumbs. Reach up. Crescent lunge, palms lengthen up towards the sky here. Inhale, lift. And as you exhale, sweep it behind you. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, sweep it behind you. Last one, inhale, rise. This time as you exhale, fly all the way forward. Dekasana, airplane pose. Roll those shoulder blades, your scapula onto your back, lifting that heart high. And as you exhale, hands drop to your heart as you draw the left foot behind you. The right foot is in front. Palms lengthen up towards the sky. Go ahead and take the right palm around the left wrist and drop over. Finding your breath here. Inhale up to the sky and exhale, unwind, hands come to your heart center. You're gonna move the weights off to the side because we're gonna be done using them for a little while. Root through those feet, reach up towards the sky, inhale, lift. And as you exhale, bend your knees and bow. Ardha Uttanasana, palms slide to your shins. Plant those palms, you're gonna step it back, high plank. Tilt forward, drop your knees. Untuck your toes. Elbows hug into your ribcage, 10, 9, 8, breathe, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up. As you exhale, child's pose, just for a breath. Drop that head heavy, heavy here between the shoulders. Maybe you even lift the palms, reaching them up towards the sky, so flipping them onto your knuckles here. You're going to bring the palms back down, walk them towards your knees, and grab the 2 blocks that I'd asked you to make sure to have at the beginning of practice. You're going to bring the 2 blocks out in front of you. They're going to be on the second setting, so not the lowest setting, not the highest, but the medium setting. Extending your right foot back, lift the toes here. As you exhale, so actually bring the knee down. I'm going to make this optional here. So optional weight. If you have a more traditional weight, you can draw it into the inner edge of your knee. If not, you're just going to bend the knee back. So you can do this with or without a weight, flexing the foot. You're going to pulse up, 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 up. Breathe, 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 breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Keep that weight in your knee if you have it, or if not, just squeeze the knee. Pulse in, kick up. Pulse in, kick up. Whew! 4, 5, 7, last one, and 8. Bring that down. So before we stretch it out, we're actually just gonna go straight onto the other side, so that when we stretch, we're actually stretching and it feels good on both sides. Bring the weight into the opposite leg if that feels good. If you don't have a weight, that's okay as well. Pulse that up. Flex your foot, flex your toes. Pulse, 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 pulse. Last one. Draw it all the way in. Kick it up. Up. Breathe. 7 and 8. Slowly release. Bring that weight forward and off to the side if you already had it. Tucking your right toes. push through the palms as the heel starts to draw away from the body. Find your breath here. Tilt forward. Draw your left foot over to the left like a kickstand. Draw the inner edge of your right foot to the sky and sweep the fingertips up and over the head here. So again, as we're strengthening the body, as we're strengthening the physical body, we are also strengthening every other piece of our body here. So the emotional body, the mind, the breath body, the intellectual body, and the bliss body. As you exhale, you're gonna drop the palms, square off your hips, send the toes behind you, lifting the knee high, and as you exhale, plant your foot in between your thumbs. This time, draw the blocks up onto the tallest setting. Lift the heart up towards the sky, inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, come back, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, rise, and exhale back. So in our realm, in yoga, right, we talk a lot about the chakra energy. Inhale, rise. This time, hold here in your half split. We spend a little bit less time talking about what's called the koshas, the sheaths of our being. And that's kind of what we're playing with today. We're playing with the outer layer first. We're playing with the physical. We're playing with the breath work because you need to remember to breathe, to be present here. You're gonna come all the way forward, bend through that front knee, step it back, tabletop. You're gonna come back again down onto the second setting, extending the right toes long, tuck the toes, and push the heel back. So we're spending time here in the physical and the breath body. And we're spending a little bit of time in the energetic, the emotional, the intellectual body. You're gonna tilt forward here, drawing the toes over, the right toes behind you like a kickstand, the left toes seal to the inner edge, and then sweep the fingertips up and over the body here. Finding that breath, inhaling through the nose. And as you exhale, exhale all the way out. So all of these koshas, the deeper you get into the layers, the deeper you are going to be able to get into what's called the bliss body. You're gonna drop the palm down, extend the toes, lift the toes high. And as you exhale, slide the foot in between the thumbs, drop onto the highest setting, lift the heart high, inhale. And as you exhale, pulse back and come forward. And so the bliss body, Anandamaya kosha, which means the blissful layer, the blissful sheath, is where we try to get as often as possible, right? And so monks and ancient yogis, it's not like they walked around with a blue light over their heads all day enlightened. They got these pockets of enlightenment, and that's what the bliss body is. So as we strengthen our physical body, we strengthen our energetic body. The next time you find yourself in half split, stay for a breath here. Recognizing all of that strength, all of that love that you're creating around you. The stronger you are emotionally, energetically, psychically, the stronger you will also be physically. You need all of those things in order to find your holy yes and your heck no. Draw all the way forward, inhale, rise. And as you exhale, step it back, tabletop. You're gonna keep those blocks out in front of you. They can be on whatever setting you want. Just for a moment, kind of roll here, Sahajasana, creative movement. Rolling through the hips, drawing forward or back. You're gonna come back towards neutral. Walk the knees forward. And you're gonna set up here so that the block that's a little bit further back is on the second setting, and the opposite block is on the lowest setting here. I'm gonna swing the feet around for a moment. Wiggle here through the hips. Ooh. And then reach the palms up towards the sky. As you exhale, drop down. You're reaching for the ankles, maybe even reaching for the toes. Drop the head heavy, heavy here between the shoulders. Lift that heart up towards the sky. You're gonna go ahead and bend your knees. Push back so that the block, you want to bring the first block up towards your sacrum, so towards the bottom of your spine, the lumbar spine. You're going to lower all the way down on it. Woo! And then you're going to reach back for the block, the second block, and bring it underneath your head here. Now adjust here so that your tush can reach the ground. I want you to make sure that your glutes are actually on the mat. So no hanging out up here, right? I don't want that block to lift you. I want your glutes to come down towards the earth. The second block, the one that's underneath your head, I want that to be as comfortable for you as possible. Now, while you're here, draw both palms off to the side. You're going to take your root into the left foot and the right foot comes up and over. Drop the hips back down if they lifted. We're not going far, just stretching a little tiny bit here through the psoas. Maybe you're beginning to close your eyes, tapping again into the breath work. Tapping into the bliss body. And the music can keep going, that's fine. And then slowly unwind, so you will release the foot. Ooh, and come right onto the other side. So root through the right, lifting the left up and over. But again, drop the hips back down towards the earth, back down to the mat. Trying to relax everywhere else in your body. So we have this tendency accidentally to bring our bodies into positions like hip openers, and they accidentally become shoulder strengtheners or back strengtheners. That's not at all what I want you to do. I want you to be soft and gentle. And so while, yes, we used weights in this class was so much more about strengthening your entire being, right? Strengthening the 10 energetic bodies, not just the one physical body that we have here. Slowly release. Ooh, draw the feet to the earth. Windshield wiper the knees for a moment, side to side, but make the feet as wide or as close together as you need to make it comfortable. And you can stay here, lifting the knees up towards the sky. You're going to drop them in towards one another, walking the feet to the outer edges of the mat. Bring one hand to your belly, one to your heart if you would like to. And find your breath. We strengthen our physical, our emotional, our energetic and spiritual bodies. We allow ourselves to tap into our holy yes and our holy no. Meaning, when you say yes, it should light up your whole body, all of them. And when you say no, you should mean it. You should say absolutely no. A little beam of light inside of me that was always taught to be as polite as I am. When people say no is a full sentence, if you need to say no thank you, that's okay as well. No thank you can be your full sentence. Settle here for the next few breaths into a deep, restful, supportive, and safe Shavasana. Slowly start to bring your body back to consciousness. And you'll roll to either side. So bringing your third eye or forehead off to the side, gracefully making your way off of those blocks. As you're ready, you'll find your way to a seat with your hands to your heart and your eyes closed. Coming back to that intention that you'd set at the beginning of practice. With your hands to your heart, may you embody love. Hands to your lips, may you speak truth. And hands to your third eye, may you perceive kindness, wonder, wisdom, and magic. Sat Nam.